Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Ivy English. I'm Karen.
And I'm Wesley.
Thank goodness it's not April Fool's Day. That's over with. It's the day after April Fool's Day. Today is April 2nd. We're on page 7 in your magazines, and today we're going to hear part 2 of the story or the article that we started yesterday entitled Take an Enchanting Journey Through Mazes and Labyrinths.
我们的中文标题是迷宫秘境大探索。
And yesterday was a really interesting introduction, first of all, to the difference between mazes and labyrinths, which Wesley says he didn't know before, and I didn't know before that there was a difference at all.
好，所以我们昨天学到了这个 mazes 跟 labyrinth 其实是有一些不同的。
Now, what is the difference? You're going to have to listen to yesterday's program for that. Okay, you can go to YouTube or go online. You can find it. We're going to continue now with part 2. There is something about mazes and labyrinths that enchant and intrigue us. For those wanting to experience the magic of wandering through them, there are plenty of opportunities to do so around the globe. Here's a look at a few that have been acknowledged as the best of the best. Hampton Court Palace, England. The oldest and most famous in the UK, this royal maze was built around 320 years ago for King William III. While it is far from the largest hedge maze ever built, this trapezoid-shaped construction is well known for confusing visitors, some of whom got so frustrated that they ripped out pieces of it to find a way out. It is said that the journey from start to finish takes about 20 minutes on average. Peace Maze, Northern Ireland. Once the largest permanent maze on the planet, this curvy structure was built for a special purpose, to commemorate the signing of the peace treaty known as the Good Friday Agreement. This agreement was made to end political violence in Northern Ireland. It consists of 6,000 trees that were each planted by a citizen of Northern Ireland. Included in the maze is a bridge that symbolizes cooperation. There is also a peace bell in the very center of the maze, which people are encouraged to ring once they complete the journey. Dole Plantation Pineapple Garden Maze, Hawaii. When it comes to pineapples, there is no bigger name than Dole. On the company's huge plantation on the island of Oahu lies a maze that is about 4 kilometers in length and built in the shape of a gigantic pineapple. Made out of 14,000 colorful Hawaiian plants, it was officially declared the largest maze in the world in 2008. Now, that is the end of the article. There's not going to be a further part of it tomorrow. Let's go back to the beginning. Our title again, just to make sure everybody knows what a maze and a labyrinth is Take an Enchanting Journey Through Mazes and Labyrinths, Part 2.
好，所以呢，我们今天看到这个文章标题，同样中文是迷宫秘境大探索。好，所以我们要 take an enchanting， 就是让你觉得很 fascinating 的一个 journey， 来走过迷宫，走过 labyrinths.
Now, the main difference between mazes and labyrinths, at least originally, is a maze is a path that you walk through to get to the end, but there are a lot of false paths or dead ends that frustrate you, so you have to go back and then find a different path to get out. That's a maze. It's designed to frustrate you. But a labyrinth, at least originally, was originally just a spiral shape that you could walk through in a garden to give you the chance to meditate while walking.
好，所以 maze 跟这个labyrinth 到底差在哪里呢？ maze 本来它的意思就是要让你 puzzle， 让人觉得走不出去那种感觉。但是 labyrinth 呢，它常常就是你要走，螺旋形的，让你走到最后走到这个中心去。那是一种 labyrinth。
However, later on, people tended to use them interchangeably. As I mentioned yesterday, for me, a maze is something on paper or a toy made of wood, maybe, or plastic. But a labyrinth is something that you actually walk through, like in a garden.
好，但是这个后来，我想大部分的人都觉得，这两个东西差不多哈。那看到 maze 想到就是在纸上面画的那种迷宫。那 labyrinth 可能是比较大的哈，建造出来的。大型的用树啊，用建筑物或者用水泥弄出来那种你人可以在里面走的那种迷宫。
Okay, our first sentence. There is something about mazes and labyrinths that enchant and intrigue us. So as we mentioned yesterday, our brains just love a puzzle. We love to have a question that we can solve.
好，所以呢，我们就是人的脑就是喜欢解决问题啊，那因为会得到成就感。
That's right, and I think that is evolution that left us with us because it was good for survival. We have to, our whole life is about solving problems.
Yeah， 这可能是我们演化或者进化，让我们人类产生这种特性啊。但这个东西对于人类的生存是有用的，因为你要生存，你要过日子，人的一生其实都不断的在解决问题。
And it's not just humans. For example, crows and other similar birds, corvids, they're also very good at solving problems. Parrots, they love these things. They love, having toys to play with or toys to open up that they have to unlock and open.
Yeah.
So they're also good at that. And if you don't give it to them, they're going to tear the house apart because they get bored.
Yeah. 很多鸟像可能很多人家里养的鹦鹉他们也很喜欢解决问题，所以你要弄一些可以动脑筋的东西给他们玩，不然的话他们可能如果在家里飞来飞去的话，他可能把你家都拆了，因为他觉得很无聊。
That's right. Or monkeys, a lot of animals, they all need it for survival, basically.
所以很多动物都需要这种解决问题的能力，或者喜欢解决问题这样的特性，这样他们才能够生存下去。所以呢，这个地方我看到第一句，他说 there is something about something 就有个说不出来什么哈。那 about 关于这个 mazes 跟 labyrinths 有一些东西让我们说不出来，
有个妙处 or something like that.
Yeah， 那这个妙处是怎么样？它会 enchant 会让我们陶醉，让我们入迷。然后呢 intrigue 就是 to arouse the interest 或者 curiosity of， 也就是让我们觉得好奇入迷。这两个字在这里，一个是迷，一个是让你好奇啊。enchant 是让你入迷， intrigue 是让你很好奇。
For those wanting to experience the magic of wandering through them, there are plenty of opportunities to do so around the globe.
好，对于那些想要体验一下 experience 在这里是动词。好 the magic of 什么的魔术呢？什么的魔法呢？就是 wandering through them。这个 wander 在这里呢，这个我们可以把它翻成类似徘徊，但它不是闲逛啊，因为它其实就是走啊，这个走来走去啊，绕来绕去啊，然后看到这条路不通了，我就要去换一条别的路这个叫做 wander 所以他们在让你体验一下在迷宫里面走这种魔法，让你觉得这个地方很神秘的一种快乐的这个感觉呢，你要体验这种感觉的话，好 there are plenty of 有很多的 opportunities 有很多的机会可以 do so 可以去体验 around the globe 就是全世界有很多机会让你去体会迷宫的感觉。
Be careful about the difference between wander 到处游荡 and wonder 想知道。So if you see an A, it's very long 要念得很长。Wander around. I've been wandering around the halls all morning and I still can't find him. I wonder if it's going to rain today. Probably yes, because it's been raining every day.
好，所以这个徘徊啊，或者是这个流浪啊，这个 wander 这个啊的声音要念得很长啊，那才能跟另外一个字wonder W-O-N-D-E-R 区分。
Right, so I wonder what's going on. Next sentence, here's a look at a few that have been acknowledged as the best of the best.
好，那这个现在呢，我们看到 here's a look at 我们来看一看什么呢 a few 就是几个可以去体验的这种机会a few opportunities 那这些地方呢 that have been acknowledged 就是已经被认可大家都认为是这样子叫做 have been acknowledged 好 acknowledge 就是 to admit the truth of something
大家公认
大家公认这里可以翻成公认很好大家公认好是怎么样 the best of the best 就是最棒当中的最棒的。
That's right. Here's a look at 你可以下面来介绍几个什么东西 Here's a look at Our first one is Hampton Court Palace, England.
好，第一个呢是这个英国的汉普顿宫。
The oldest and most famous in the UK, this royal maze was built around 320 years ago for King William III.
好，这个是个分词构句，省略了 being the oldest and most famous 的意思所以它是年代最久的，也是最有名的英国年代最久最有名的。好，那接下来这是分词构句真正的主词或者真正的主要子句现在出来，什么东西是最久最有名的呢？是这一个 Royal Maze 这一个皇家的麋鹿园就是 Hampton Court 这个麋鹿园呢 was built 什么时候做的呢？什么时候建造呢？大概是320年前 for 是为谁而建构的呢？为威廉3世这个国王。
While it is far from the largest hedge maze ever built, this trapezoid-shaped construction is well known for confusing visitors, some of whom got so frustrated that they ripped out pieces of it to find a way out.
好，所以呢，这个真的是很夸张走不出去，把那个其中的一些树把它撕掉这样才会偷看一下，看怎么出去。 Yeah, 所以它 while 是虽然，虽然 it is far from, to be far from 就是绝对称不上的意思，绝对不是，所以 far from 就是 very different from being 的意思，所以虽然它绝对称不上是最大的一个 hedge maze, hedge maze 就是树篱做出来的迷路园，所以它绝对不是这个有史以来所建造最大的这个树篱迷路园这 ever built 就 ever 就是有史以来那种感觉所以它不是最大的。但是呢，这一个trapezoid 就是梯形不过这个字蛮有趣的在美式英文里面，这个字是梯形，就是四边形有两边是平行的。可是在英国呢，这个字呢，它是指不规则四边形，就是没有一边是平行的。所以这里呢，既然它
没有一对这样子，
没有成对的这样子平行的所以呢，这个因为它在英国，所以我想这个地方这个意思应该就是它就是不规则四边形这样的一个这个形状的一个 construction 一个建构物，一个建筑物。那这样的一个东西呢，它是怎么样 ？It's well known for 它很有名的、很知名的是，它可以干嘛呢？可以 confusing visitors， 它会让访客非常的迷惑让他们搞不清楚路。然后 some of whom 就是指 visitors， 那这些被 confused 的这些 visitors 呢，他们会 got so frustrated， 他们会觉得非常的挫折，感到非常的挫折。结果会怎么样呢 ？That they ripped out 他们会撕掉 ripped out pieces of it， 那 it 就是指这个迷路园这个树篱啦 hedges 就是这个没有，就是指这个 hedge maze 所以单数的他会把这 hedge maze 的一些部分把它撕掉，目的是要 find a way out， 他要找出去的路。
I can't help but think of when I was young and went to the state fair in my state, that I went into a house of mirrors. I was very young. And I just couldn't get out. It was a labyrinth, and it was mirrors and glass. So mirrors and glass, you'd walk towards a place and then find out that it was a mirror, and then you'd have to find another way. And I just could not get out. I kept making the same mistake and repeating it over and over again. And I could see my family outside. They were like waving at me and pointing, and it didn't do any good. Finally, they had to send in a carny. Carny is somebody who works at a carnival. So there was a worker at the state fair who went in, took my hand, and led me out. So I can imagine that person who ripped out the trees.
Yeah, 因为非常 frustrated 所以 Karen 老师他以前也曾经小时候被困在一个玻璃迷宫里面，有玻璃跟镜子的迷宫我现在想象都觉得那个对一个小孩子来讲是很困难的事情。
I was probably about 8 years old.
8岁而已所以他一直走不出来。他看到他的家人在外面跟他讲你要走这边走这边，但他还是走不出来，最后要工作人员进去带他出来。
God, I felt really stupid. I just couldn't figure it. I made the same mistake over and over again. So I think of that many times in life when we're frustrated and we can't get something done. It's just like we keep repeating the same mistakes.
Yeah, 我们会一直重复同样的错误。Yeah.
All right, next sentence. It is said that the journey from start to finish takes about 20 minutes on average. I probably took more than 20 minutes in that.
好，那各位注意from start to finish 都没有冠词这成对的 from start to finish 就是从起点到终点。所以 it is said that 据说呢，这个 journey 这样的一段行程从开始从起点走到终点大概要花20分钟的时间on average 就平均要花20分钟的时间。
All right, our next maze. Peace Maze, Northern Ireland. And I have to say, this one actually moved me.
那这个会让人感动这叫和平迷路园。
Because as I was growing up, I constantly heard stories in the news about violence in Northern Ireland.
那因为 Karen 老师在成长过程里面常常听到北爱尔兰我台湾其实也是一样北爱尔兰我马上就会想到北爱尔兰共和军那他们为了要求独立，为了要怎么样，他们会有一些很这个暴力的行为或者做甚至于是一些恐怖行动。
They're called Sinn Féin. Sinn Féin, capital S-I-N-N, and then I think it's F-E-I-N or A-N, you better check, but they were called Sinn Féin. And these reports constantly came out, and you thought, they are sort of arguing over religion. Religion was at the heart of some of it, and then also whether England should be in control of that part of Ireland.
Yeah, 所以他们是这个宗教、政治上都是属于异议分子Yeah.
Okay, first sentence. Once the largest permanent maze on the planet, this curvy structure was built for a special purpose, to commemorate the signing of the peace treaty known as the Good Friday Agreement.
好，那这个句子一开始也是一个分词构句就是 being once 或者 once being， 它曾经是最大的一个 permanent 就是永久性的一个 maze 一个麋鹿园 on the planet， 所以它曾经是地球上最大的世界上最大的一个麋鹿园。好，那它怎么样呢？这一个 curvy 就是圆弧形的 structure 的建构呢 was built 它被建造好 for a special purpose， 它建造呢有一个特别的目的。什么目的呢？它要 commemorate 它要纪念the signing of 纪念一个签署什么东西呢？签署 the peace treaty 这个和平条约，所以它盖这样的一个麋鹿园来纪念这个和平条约的签署。那哪一个和平条约呢？它后面讲 known as 就是指这个和平条约被称为大家都知道它叫什么呢？叫做 the Good Friday Agreement。好，那这个中文翻译不是翻成很棒的星期五的协议
It sounds like TGIF.
Yeah， 这个中文翻译呢是照它原来的名字翻译叫贝尔法斯特协议这个 Belfast Agreement Belfast
I didn't know that.
Yeah, B-E-L-F-A-S-T B-E-L-F-A-S-T Belfast 这个 agreement 那有人称它为 Good Friday Agreement 所以大家签了这样的一个和平条约，大家为了纪念它就盖了这样的一个麋鹿园。
Good Friday is the Friday before Easter Sunday when Jesus was supposed to have died on the cross. That's Good Friday. And then Jesus was said to have risen from the death on Easter Sunday.
所以这个 Good Friday 就是这个耶稣复活之前的那个礼拜五，
死亡的那一天。
他死亡的就是他被钉在十字架上的那一天。
That's right. Okay. This agreement was made to end political violence in Northern Ireland.
那这个协议呢 was made 大家做了这样的协议 to 就是目的是要 end 就是要结束 political violence 政治的暴力在北爱尔兰的政治暴力。
It consists of 6,000 trees that were each planted by a citizen of Northern Ireland.
这个我觉得这是非常好的一个 idea 它有什么组成呢？ consists of 它有6000棵树，那每一棵树都是由一位北爱尔兰的公民种植的。
Included in the maze is a bridge that symbolizes cooperation.
那在这个 maze 里面包含了一个 bridge 一个桥，那这个桥它是 symbolizes 它象征的是 cooperation 合作。
Fein 应该是 F-E-I-N 没有错，想一想 Sinn Féin 的 Fein. All right. There is also a peace bell in the very center of the maze, which people are encouraged to ring once they complete the journey. And that was satisfying to read because very often when you go to tourist spots, you see these big bells, you can't ring them.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to ring them.
Yeah.
But this one, they tell you to ring it, and that's really nice. 比较过瘾。
Yeah, 所以有一个 peace bell 一个和平钟in the very center of the maze 在这个 maze 的正中心。Can we say at the very center of the maze?
可以啊。But the thing is, if it's in, 它是个地理位置, it's a precise geographical point, which makes in better than at here. At sounds too general, not very specific.
所以这个东西各位要抓，这个就是语感这英文这个你这里用 at 用 in 都对，但是
一个点
in 感觉起来是个地理上的一个点，但是 at 的话感觉起来反而是比较 vague 一点。
An area, a general area.
所以感觉起来是个 general area 那种感觉。所以这地方用 in 是比较好的。好，所以呢，那 which 这个 which 就是指这一个和平钟people are encouraged to ring ring 在这里就是敲钟动词所以大家鼓励人们走到这个地方的时候呢，你就去敲这个和平钟once they complete the journey 他们完成这个旅程我觉得这个对我来讲这很有趣的，就是你好不容易完成了走到了走出来了，或者走到它在核心嘛，在中心走到中心了你去敲那个钟表示你看我成功了 I made it。We
need little reward systems.
Yeah.
Like when you're learning, this is very important, or when you want to change a habit, you have to give yourself small rewards or it will be hard to maintain the change.
Yeah, 所以你要感觉要有点 reward.
Yeah. All right, our last place that we're going to mention today is Dole Plantation Pineapple Garden Maze, Hawaii.
好，那这里指的是夏威夷的这个都乐凤梨园。
I don't know if it was in existence when I was in Hawaii in the 80s, but I never went there and I lived in Oahu. So I guess I missed something or maybe it wasn't built yet. When it comes to pineapples, there is no bigger name than Dole.
好 when it comes to 就当我们谈到凤梨的时候呢，没有一个比 Dole 这个更大的品牌了name 在这里是个 brand name 的意思。
But I have to say that Taiwan pineapples are much sweeter than Hawaiian pineapples.
哦，台湾的凤梨啊，这个比夏威夷的凤梨还要甜，还要好吃。现在有的凤梨，我觉得甜的不像话。
I haven't eaten pineapple for a long time because it is too sweet.
Yeah.
It's too sweet. I can't stand it anymore.
Yeah.
So making a fruit really, really sweet is not necessarily the best thing.
Yeah. 有的时候你那个水果弄得太甜，不见得是好事。Yeah.I
also avoid grapes for the same reason. They're too sweet.
葡萄也是一样，现在葡萄也是很多葡萄非常的甜。Yeah.
Right. So Taiwanese really care about making fruit sweet because it 可能会过头.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. On the company's huge plantation on the island of Oahu lies a maze that is about 4 kilometers in length and built in the shape of a gigantic pineapple. Now, if it existed when I was in Hawaii, that may be why I didn't go because it sounds too commercial.
所以这听起来有一点商业化那种感觉哈。那所以 在这个公司，就是这个 Dole 这个公司，他们有一个 huge 有很大的一个 plantation， 就是一个种植园，通常是大规模的种植某样作物哈。那是在哪里呢？是 on the island of Oahu 哈，就是欧胡岛。那欧胡岛呢是夏威夷人口最多的一个岛，珍珠港就在欧胡岛上面哈。那在这个地方呢 lies 是动词，就是坐落着啊，所以这个其实这个 on 一直到那个 Oahu 其实都是地方副词，可以放原来是 a maze lies on the company's huge 等等等等啊，但他把那个 on 拿到前面来，就先告诉你它的位置。那 lies 后面再接它的主词，什么东西坐落在这里呢？一个 maze， 一个麋鹿园坐落在这里。那这个 maze 是大概是4公里 in length， 好，它的长度大概4公里，哇，所以很大，4公里呀。然后呢 and built 它是建造，是 in the shape of， 它以什么样的形式建造呢？它的建造的形状是一个 gigantic pineapple， 是一个很巨大的这个 pineapple。 Gigantic 就是非常的大啊 exceedingly large in size.
That sounds kind of corny.
Yeah.
That's probably why I didn't go if it was there.
Yeah.
All right. Made out of 14,000 colorful Hawaiian plants, it was officially declared the largest maze in the world in 2008.
好 made out of 就是由什么做成的，它是由14000株colorful色彩缤纷的夏威夷的植物因为热带植物嘛它是由这个14000个植物做成的。那它是 it was officially declared， 它被正式的官方的 declared 宣布是世界上最大的一个麋鹿园在2008年。这个 in 2008， 各位要记得这个 2008 不是说它是2008年世界上最大的那一个，这个 in 2008 是修饰那个 declared， 所以它是在2008年 declared 宣布 officially declared 正式宣布它是世界上最大的这个 maze。
All right, for that reason, it's really worth going. Namely that it's made up of all of these colorful Hawaiian plants, because I think Hawaii has some of the greatest plant diversity that I've seen anywhere. Everything blossoms. Everything will have flowers on it. It's Hawaiian plants are just amazing. It's worth going just to see the plants.
Yeah, 所以这个 Karen 老师在夏威夷住过他夏威夷的植物非常的好看这个很值得你去看一看。而且呢，这个 maze 这么大，我觉得 it's good exercise anyway.
Yes, certainly, that's right.
可以现在好好走走路这个大家现在坐太久了现在走走路很好。
But it was in Hawaii that I first became really interested in plants, and I continued that interest when I came to Taiwan and found out about the wonderful diversity of Taiwan plants as well.
所以这个 Karen 老师在夏威夷首先被这个各种各样的植物觉得非常有趣，吸引了。然后后来到台湾来发现台湾也有很多很多各种各样的植物。
Exactly, and I encourage everybody to learn about them. We have 4 questions for you. Number 1, according to the passage, what is the purpose of a labyrinth?
根据本文，迷宫的建造目的是什么呢？
The answer is B, to prompt people to think. That's a great verb, to prompt people to do something.
就是促使这个提示某人要去做这件事情，所以答案是 B， 为了促使人思考。
提示 is a good translation. Number 2, in England, where were mazes usually found?
在英国，麋鹿园通常会出现在哪里呢？
A, on the grounds of royal palaces.
好，答案是 A， 在王室府邸的庭园。
3, why are there pieces of the Hampton Court Palace maze missing?
为什么汉普顿宫的麋鹿园会出现残缺呢？
The answer is C, people got angry because they were lost.
答案是 C， 人们因为迷路而气恼。
It's really frustrating.
Yeah.
4. Which of the following statements cannot be inferred from the passage?
底下哪一个陈述没有办法从文中推断出来呢？
The answer is D. Dole Food Company owns huge pineapple plantations on most islands in Hawaii. Hawaii has lots of islands.
夏威夷有很多岛哈，但是第一这一点呢，我们没有办法从文章里面看出来，因为第一这一点说，都乐食品公司在夏威夷大多数的岛上都有广大的凤梨种植园，这文章里面完全没有提到这一点。
And that's it for today. Please tune in next time. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
拜拜。